Many people's eyes are focused towards the future of Star Citizen, and with the latest update for the game, patch 3.14, marking a completion of the Stanton system, more or less anyway, I wanted to take a look at which star systems are up next. Of course, any video on the future development of the game can be a contentious subject. After all, there's no time frame on when to expect any of this new content to arrive, much less any specific release dates. However, CIG have confirmed multiple times that they are working on this content, so let's take a look. Right now then, the Stanton system exists in isolation. The plan is to add a jump point into the Stanton system which will allow access to the Pyro system. This jump point and a glimpse of the Pyro star system was demonstrated way back in December of 2019. So what is Pyro all about? Well, this is what the Arc star map has to say. Most of Pyro's system's 6 planets are thoroughly scorched thanks to the flare star at its centre. Upon its discovery in 2493, any valuable minerals were quickly mined and its lack of habitable planets noted. An orbital platform originally built for Pyrotechnic Amalgamated to serve as a hub for their operations in the system was only used by the company for a short time before it was abandoned. Since then, the platform has become a refuge for black market traders and warring pirate gangs known as Ruin Station. Now, as to be expected from the description as well as the name of the system, Pyro is a bit of a hell of fire and brimstone, both in a literal sense of it looking visually very heated and hot, but also in terms of danger. The system has very little in the way of security. As a harbour for pirates and criminals, it makes it a very dangerous place to travel and explore. The risks here are great then. Whether or not the rewards will turn out to be equally great, only time will tell. In terms of development, CIG appear to be in the midst of ongoing development on the star system, with the latest development report citing a number of Pyro-focused updates. This includes some work on the AI for Pyro-based locations. The team have also furthered some work on Pyro pre-visualizations for usable game assets within the star system. Further work on lighting for Pyro has also been done, which included a pass on the atmospheric effects for Pyro's planets and moons. So to be perfectly blunt here with all of this, it does sound as though Pyro is a long way off. Or at the very least, to put that another way, if Pyro releases anytime soon, then it's likely the content for that will flesh out Pyro itself is a long way off. Underlying this thought is the development work on the narrative for Pyro, which is still being worked on along with much other content. But I guess, as with everything Star Citizen related, we'll have to wait and see. The star systems that come after Pyro are a little less clear, at least as far as I can tell. However, what we do know is that CIG have been working on the Nyx system. Interestingly, Pyro has a jump point connecting it to Nyx, and Nyx in turn has a jump point connecting it to the Odin system. Odin is the main star system in which the single-player campaign game Squadron 42 will be set, so it makes a lot of sense to assume that both Nyx and Odin will be arriving into Star Citizen at some point after Pyro. Now, we already know a little bit about Nyx, for starters, the asteroid world of Delamar and its landing zone of Levski. These have already been in Star Citizen, you may recognise the names, and you will no doubt have seen footage and even perhaps played within them. But the world of Delamar was removed in patch 3.12 so that it could be integrated into its correct lore system of Nyx. Other development work has also been ongoing on the star system, including developing the assets of the planets in the system. So, what's new about Nyx and what information do we have? This is what the Arc star map has to say. Discovered in 2582, the Nyx system was left unclaimed by the UEE after deciding its 3 planets were not terraforming candidates, and any attempt to mine the dense Glacium ring were deemed too dangerous. In 2618, a group of political activists and refugees fleeing the Messier regime, moved into a vacated mining facility located in Delamar, a moon-sized asteroid deep within the system's asteroid belt. This year's monthly development reports from CIG have mentioned work on Nyx numerous times. For example, back in May, CIG said, "We keep experimenting with the fresh new biomes of asset packs. We want Nyx to look unique, so so that our most adventurous citizens get a satisfying experience exploring these new lands. Ultimately then, it's not so much a question of if Nyx will be released, but rather when. To be fair, the same can be said about Pyro as well. The Odin system is also very likely to make an appearance eventually, seeing as a huge amount of work has already been done on this system for Squadron 42. Now, with all that out of the way, as always, things should really be viewed in a bit of context. Chris Roberts himself stated that multiple star systems would be available within Star Citizen way back in 2017.
What are we going to see in the next year and the next year after that?
Well, so I mean, so 2.0 is like a really great bone for what we call the persistent universe. So we're starting to layer on, additional sort of game features and functionalities, like going down to a planet and landing in an area. And so we'll sort of flesh out a star system, and then towards the end of the year we'll open up so you can go visit some other star systems.
Clearly that didn't happen, and as of this day there's still no official release date for any of this. Community expectations, however, are widely expecting to see Pyro in 2022, but to be honest, anything is possible. CIG have also previously suggested that the server meshing technology would also be needed to be deployed before any new star systems, or at the very least the server meshing technology will need to be partially deployed. This will allow players to move from instance to instance, that is to say across servers, as they travel from planet to planet and star system to star system. Currently, work on server meshing is scheduled to continue all the way up to the end of June 2022. But that said, there's no information on when the first iteration of this tech might release, which of course could be long before June 2022. So there we have it then, a look at where Star Citizen might be going next in terms of its star systems and locations. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.